Who I am doesn't matter, but what I believe in does. And I believe life is nothing but choices and consequences of those choices. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this because there'll be people who will say, I didn't choose this or I didn't choose that. I didn't choose where I am in my life today. And I agree. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. Life throws shit at us sometimes, and it can be pretty nasty. But every single time, we get to choose how we react to things that happen to us. And those choices pretty much create the ripple that we call life. I also believe that everyone has a story to tell, a story that we can learn from. So, on this channel, we are going to talk to people from everyday life, people who are actually making a difference in the world, people whose stories are worth listening to. I'm not going to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because this channel is not about millions of views or millions of followers. It's meant for one person who listens to those stories and decides to make a different choice, who gets some learning from listening to other people's stories and decides to take ownership of their life. Some of our guests will be happy to share their name and their faces, and some may not be. Again, it's not important who they are. What's important is, does their life feel similar to yours? And do you learn something from that? That's what this channel is for. And this is my ripple. Now, before I walk you through the planner, I want to tell you why it exists. Now, I don't know about you, but I collect planners quite a lot. And I have gone through quite a few of those. And I never found one that just worked right. Now, most planners tell you what to do, but I haven't come across many that actually help you understand why you're doing it. And I think that's where most people come unstuck. You buy planners, you fill a few pages, and then life happens and it sits on a shelf. Not because you lack discipline, but because it wasn't designed around your thinking preference or your beliefs or how your mind works. So when I created the Ripple Code Resolution Bundle, I didn't want to build just another planner. I wanted to build a system that finally connects all the missing pieces or all the dots. What do I mean by that? I believe that first you need to have clarity on your purpose. Why do you do what you do? But following on that, you also need to understand your own thinking preference. Like, all our brains are wired in a specific way. There are left brain people, there are right brain people, there are people who use the top part of the brain versus the bottom part. And based on your thinking preferences, you consume content and you make choices accordingly. So with this planner, it helps you understand what thinking preferences you have, and then how do you align your purpose and your goals and your choices to that thinking preference. In this planner, I also challenge you and question you around your beliefs. All of us have things that we believe in, whether it's about money, whether it's about health, fitness, all of it, right? And these beliefs can sometimes be limiting beliefs. These beliefs are the ones that actually stop us from doing what we know we have to do, doing what we have planned to do, but we are not able to do it right. So again, all in one place, you have all of this where it helps you connect your purpose to your beliefs, making sure that you can tweak your belief, and then based on understanding your thinking preferences, you will be able to make different choices and find different ways of achieving your goals in a way that it feels effortless, it feels easy and not forced. Yeah. This walkthrough isn't about showing you pages, it's about showing you the tool and how it helps you do all of this and start living intentionally, one choice at a time. Okay, now let me show you how it works, right? So right now we are walking through one of the Ripple Code journals. This is the main page. As I said, you have two of them in there. The index will walk you through everything that's part of this journal. It will give you a bit of history on the whole brain thinking, or the concept of your thinking preferences and how you develop the neural biases that you do. So, and it's again based in science, which is quite old, started in 1970s. But please go through this and read through the sections that let you talk about that, right? So again, you have all of the information in terms of the how journal works in the journal as well. But this is just a walkthrough to make it easier for you. On the top, you have all the important sections. This one takes you to the Ripple Code 7 steps and how you go about doing it. This one helps you take you to the goals, the calendars. On the right, you have all your months. So you have your Jan, Feb, March, the monthly reviews that you can look at it. And on every page, you will have about the plan or about that particular page on how to use that. So please go through and have a look at those as well. If you have doubt or if you have questions around how the planner works, again, you can always pop into our social media channels and drop your questions there, and I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. So this takes you through the whole concept of whole brain thinking, how it works. It also takes you through a quick easy questionnaire in terms of finding your own thinking preference. And this is one thing that ties everything together. Once you know how your thinking preferences work, you will end up making different choices. And we have made it very easy. It's just 10 questions that you answer in each of the sections, and that will tell you exactly what your preferences are. Now, as I said, this tab here takes you to this page on how the Ripple Code actually works. So if you go through this, what we start with is we basically talk about acknowledging your mortality, and this is super important. The reason we do this is to drive some urgency behind your goals and actions. Typically, we end up wasting a lot of time in our life. So if I go on this page, it basically quickly helps you identify how much time do you actually have left. Now, I'm 47, assuming that we live till 90 average, which is quite optimistic anyways. I've pretty much lost 60% of my life, right? So that would take me somewhere here, right? So it does put it in perspective in terms of how much actual time we have left. Once you do that, you know you're going to use your time carefully, and you do have a chance to make the changes that you need to or you aim to. We talked about discovering your HBDI preference already. So once you've done this, go through and take the quiz, and please understand how your preferences work or how your mind is wired. After that, the step 3, the most important one, is finding your why. So if you go to this one, most people struggle with this question. Most of us know what we do in life or what we want to achieve in life, whether it's around money, around fitness, around our relationships. We understand that, at least we know what our purpose is, right? What we struggle with is understanding, but why do we want that? Why do we want to achieve that particular goal? Now, one of the ways we can go about understanding what your life purpose is by thinking about things that give you energy. So when you do those things, you're happy, it makes you feel great. And it's something that you can do for life without feeling tired, without feeling exhausted, even if that means working 10, 12, 15 hours a day, right? And not getting paid for it. That's a good way to look at it as well. What are the things that you would do even if no one paid you for it, and that actually contributes to something? Now, in my experience, most of the time your purpose is something that actually contributes or actually changes something for someone, right? So while we all like to feel that, maybe I want to travel and I can take a holiday, I can take a vacation, and I can do that for life, it's usually is not true. You get bored after a certain time. So I would say look at that as well. Yeah. The 4th step is identifying your what. So now that you know your thinking preferences and you know your purpose, what is something that helps you bring that purpose to life? Yeah. So again, it will help you or force you to think wider than simple things like, I want to make $1 million or I want to make X amount of money. If your purpose is clear, your what is something that actually helps you bring your purpose to life. So think long and hard about your what. When you go to that section, I like to divide the things that we want to achieve across 4 key pillars. You have your health, you have your relationship, you have your career, and you have your growth. More often than not, everything we want to do falls in one of these buckets. So go and think carefully around what are your long-term, like what's a long-term goal for your health, what's a long-term goal for your relationship, for your career, for your growth. And it should align to your purpose. Eventually, what you want to achieve should be in alignment with your how. If it's not, that's where you feel the friction happening, right? Now what happens is, again, people again are very clear. I think this section is something that people are most clear about in their lives. The issue is we have beliefs that are subconscious, that are embedded deep within us, and because of that we are not able to deliver what we want to deliver, and hence all of the previous year's resolutions or things that you've set to yourself, we usually don't end up achieving, and it keeps rolling over, right? So this section helps you challenge your beliefs. So when you, for example, when you think of, say, if you're thinking of fitness, right, and you say you have a goal of losing X amount of kgs, or you have a goal where you want to get 6 packs, for example, you have to think of what is your belief around that. Now, your belief, for example, if when you talk about money, some people may have beliefs that you don't make money easily, or there's no easy money, or anybody who makes easy money makes it the wrong way. Now that's a limiting belief, right? So that's something that will always you'll always struggle, you'll stop with. So for me, for example, fitness was one of the longest failing goals for me, because I always thought that I want to achieve good looks, a body that looks good pretty much, and then have 6 packs and then look pretty beefed up and have muscles that are showing. Now that was my fitness goal, but my limiting belief was, I'm 48 and I look at myself in the mirror and I always believed that I don't look bad for my age, but because that was a belief I have, I would not go to the gym, or I would still end up eating junk food because I think, okay, I don't look that bad for 48, and so I had to change it. So my goal went from fitness for looking good to not having any dependency on medicine. So I wanted to make sure that my long-term goal is that I don't want to take any medication ever. And for that, it meant that I had to now work out differently, make choices differently. So whether it's asthma or whether any other dependency I have right now, I wanted to get rid of that. So that's one example of how you can look at all your beliefs and tweak them into something that actually works for you rather than something that limits you. And now that you've done this, you understand your thinking preference, you can now actually end up designing your long-term plan. So what goal do you have in health? What do you have, what's your yearly milestone, your monthly target, your weekly task, and daily task? Now, this is where the connection needs to happen, right? We usually focus on the daily task and we say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym every day, for example, right? But then we do not tie it to weekly, monthly targets, or definitely not the long-term targets. That's where we fail. Again, going back to your thinking preference, when you discover your thinking preference, how we set our goals will change drastically. This is something that's very unique to this planner. You'll not find this anywhere else in any other planner. So I'll give you again an example. Most people, when we set a goal of losing weight, fitness is an easiest one to explain, but this works across obviously all 4 pillars. And the reason I talk about fitness is because most people can relate to it and they understand it very easily. So when you say you want to lose weight or you want to get fit, most of the time, the pattern we follow is gym, need to go to the gym, or exercise, diet, control our food. If you go to a professional, they tell you to track calories, or they will tell you to track your macros depending on, who you go to. Now, all of this information works well if you are someone who has natural left brain preference. Now, for example, my preference is for right brain, which means for years I've gone to the gym, like wasted membership fees. I failed again and again, right? And when you do that, you basically lose confidence in your ability to achieve your goals there. So if you, for example, are somebody who is right brained, instead of doing this, which is quite hard, I would never go to the gym. You can, if you're someone who has this preference, you should actually join a group sport, or maybe go hiking, or do something that's more unstructured, something that doesn't force you to follow a very specific regimented path. Like I don't diet, but I just do intermittent fasting because it's flexible. I don't have to track calories, I don't have to track macros, but that's what helps me achieve my fitness goals. I talk a bit more about that in my book as well. So please, it's free for you in that bundle. Please go and have a look at that if that's what you want to do, but it'll definitely give you some idea, right? And then we talk about obviously habits, on how do you turn this into consistent habit, is you have to go through this, right? Now, each of the pages that I talk about, obviously you have your typical planner information, as well as I said, when you go to this, I talk about how you can set goals. So if you click on smart goals, it tells you how do you set goals. You need to make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Unless you have this, your goals are not going to be clear. You'll end up not achieving your goal. If you go to any place, when you go how to use, it actually tells you more about that. You have how to use for every single page. That's part of the planner as well. You go back to the goal tracker. Again, we help you tie this up, right? So once you have your goal, it goes, why is this goal important to you? Again, we talk a lot about why. We talk about what are your progress goals. So break them up, break your big goal into pretty much milestones, right? And then for each of those milestones, what are the actual tasks that you're going to do? Now, those tasks are the ones that will fit into your calendar in your daily habit. So you need to do that. And again, what are your commitments and stuff like that is what we tell you to look at. Now, if you go back to your main page, you can see easily able to navigate from here. We have different notepads or note formats or note pages that you can copy paste and insert without breaking this linkages in the planner. This planner works on Google Calendar, on your Apple calendar as well, so in your iPad plus your Android tablets as well. You've got customer divider in there as well. You have a yearly calendar you can look at. Again, I break it into 6 months because I think you need to review your goals regularly. So key dates as well, if you want to put in, you can look at that by 6 months. And then reflection page we have as well. So we want you to actually go through and use this planner every year. At some stage, we're going to launch specials as well. So maybe for people who buy this resolution bundle now, we will try and we'll include a redated planner every year free of cost for you guys, right? To make sure, again, our goal is to help people achieve their goals and have that clarity from their purpose connecting to what they want to deliver. So we want you to be able to do that easily year on year. So this one will help you look at what happened last year, what did we achieve this year, and pretty much continue your transformation journey. You have your life reflection as well. This is around your daily intentions, your daily reflection sections. When you go to, again, let's go back to the main page. Let's go back to the calendar. Each one of this page, you can click on a day and say, for example, on 1st of January, and you get the daily page for that. So basically you can do your planning here. Again, there are instructions on how you can connect this to your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, or your Apple calendar, and it will help you have that connectivity as well. But it tells you today, when am I doing all of these things? Make sure that you have one section for health for each of your verticals, right? Each of your 4 pillars. Make sure you make room for that throughout your day. What your goal for that day? Like, what are the today's? What am I achieving today? Right? Maybe a positive information or a quote you want to hold on to for that day. And I want you to reflect. We want you to reflect on this at the end of the day as well. Make sure you think at the end of the day. Fill your journal again. Look at the lessons that you have learned. What are the wins that you got today? Your gratitude space there for you, and again, easy ability to add additional notes and navigate to other places in the calendar. Now again, if you go this is basically your monthly vision board. So this is one thing I missed in my calendar, in other planners as well, right? But I wanted an ability for me to just sketch out my vision for the month, just because again, this is a planner for right brain people. They like to sketch it out. I like to just make sure that I see a big picture of what I'm trying to achieve for that month. So this will take you to the vision board part of it. If you go here, again, there are custom dividers and stuff that you can add into your different places in the journal without breaking it. Pretty much, there you go. And you can look at monthly reflections as well. So monthly reflection is reviewing the entire month. What must be done this month? What are the major deadlines that I want to achieve? And same thing, a reflection month on month. Like, did I achieve my goals this month? What are the habits that brought me closer to my goals? We do focus on relationships as well. So if you see this, there is a whole life assessment for you, right? Which spans across all the major parts of your life, and it helps you see how you rate them. So in case you want to, if you're not happy, if you've got low score on one of those sections, you can think of what specific goals or actions you want to set up only for that particular section, pretty much. Again, through each page, easy to navigate. You can go wherever you want from it, and yeah, that pretty much completes the walkthrough of what the planner is. As I said, based on every planner that out there, what Ripple planner does differently is helps you align your why to your what, and basically this part is the most important part. This is the unique part, right? Unless you understand your thinking preferences, you will end up trying to achieve. So your how you go about doing or achieving your goals, that will change once you understand your thinking preferences. And we have a lot more that's going to come. So please go to our website, go through the science behind all of this. But we'll definitely have courses coming so people can understand this more in detail, and a lot more resources to help you achieve your goals. So this is the walkthrough for the planner for 2026, and this one was for the right brain. Now you can actually find the resolution bundle on our website, theripplecode.com. If you're interested in learning more about how your thinking preferences work, how your brain's wired, please read the brain section, and it actually talks about how our brain's been mapped, and it's based on neuroscience. When you go to the resolution bundle, what we have done specifically for this particular planner, which is unique about how the Ripple Code planner works, is in the resolution bundle, you actually have all of the things you need. So you've got the ebook that's free in there as well. There are 2 different planners. One planner is designed for right brain thinkers, and another one is designed for left brain thinkers. And we've included both of them in the bundle. There is a massive digital sticker bundle in there as well. There is one habit compass toolkit that's designed or inspired by the Atomic Habit. It helps you break your or design your habits, essentially. So this should help you deliver in your goals. There's a Ripple Shift toolkit in there. There is a 7-day reset kit as well, which helps you review where you're stuck and help you move on. There is an interesting thing that we want to do is your Ripple story feature. So as part of this journey, if you're going to use our bundle, if you're going to actually achieve your goals and achieve transformations, we would want you to submit your transformation story to us. We'll be more than happy to share this with our community, with our followers. As I said, the goal is even if there's one person who makes different choices, we can use that to inspire others. There'll be others on the same journey as you, and it will be definitely helpful for you to share your story with them. So please, submit your Ripple story, and we'll be more than happy to feature that for you. I've put the direct link. Apart from that, you have a few other digital products in there, which will help you achieve your goals this year, right? I'll see you in the next one.